In this video, we're going to look at Salvatore Ferragamo's Oud edition from 2019. If you're interested, I'll see you in the video. Hello and welcome to Scenttrail. On this channel, we talk about fragrances, designer, niche, so on and so forth. I'm Peter and I'm really happy that you're here. If you love this sort of stuff, consider subscribing, love, like, all those wonderful things that help us grow this channel. And now, I want to tell you thanks in advance, and let's look at Salvatore Ferragamo's Oud from 2019. Some of you probably already have some fragrances from Salvatore Ferragamo. I have a few of them. I have the Casual Life. I have the Salvatore Ferragamo F Black, which is a really nice scent. And then I have the Salvatore Ferragamo Uomo, and that's the signature collection. I really like this one as well. But this new one is a really cool and different look at the bottle. It is, of course, just like the Pour Homme from 1999, but I really love the way this bottle looks. So before we get into that though, let's look at the box. Kind of simple, kind of brown, have some embroiders on the top here. I'm not sure what the motif is. Salvatore Ferragamo here. And this is 100 milliliter that I have, and it is Eau de Parfum concentration. The bottle itself, look at this beauty. It is sort of twisted. Like if you took it and twisted it like that, it's really cool. The sprayer's underneath here. All this looks like it is chrome, but it's not. It is plastic, but it looks really nice. Thing snaps into place, but not snug enough where you can actually hold it. So don't pick it up by this if you decide to get this fragrance. And it's got a nice little greenish, amberish color to it. It's really beautiful. I'm gonna blend in a little closer look over here. The fragrance itself was inspired by the birth of Vulcan, which is the god of the earth. And it is interpreted in a way that suits modern man, so it states on the website. Ferragamo Oud was launched in the European market in 2019, and mostly Eastern markets. It is still a bit hard to get over here. I think there are some online retailers that you can look at. I think Fragrance by CA or something like that, they may have it. But that's enough about all of that. Why don't we go ahead and give it a spray and see what we get from it right off the top. Get a little strip here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna spray a little bit on here. We're gonna let it sit a little bit. There we go. We'll give one for you. I always like doing that. So right off the top, we're gonna have some tobacco, rum, and spices. Now, initially this fragrance comes across pretty strong. There is also some leather, iris, and tuberose in this fragrance, but all that sort of sits behind it a little bit. It's not quite from the front, not at first spray. Now, there's also some Gaiac wood in here, which is oud, benzoin, and tonka bean. However, all that's going to come to the forefront after you wear it for a few minutes. The Gaiac wood is not immediately there, because at first spray you're still working with the rum, tobacco, and the spices are the first thing that's going to hit you. And it's really a great, great scent. It is almost like you get the rum and the spices at the beginning when you first spray it, but then there is tobacco in the back of the fragrance. And the iris and tuberose, it almost seems like they're sitting a few rows back, but you can hear them coming and moving through. And like I said, it does take a while for the tonka bean and the Gaiac wood to show up, which is oud. Now this is not an oud fragrance that's going to be like super loud and super crazy in your face, but it is definitely there. Altogether, the smell that I get from this Salvatore Ferragamo Oud 2019 is kind of like a really wonderful smelling tar runway. What do they call it? Tarmac or something like that? It is definitely smoky and tar-like because of the Gaiac wood that they used. I wore this fragrance today. It was my scent of today. I sprayed it on this morning about 7:30, and by about 3 o'clock or so, it was just a skin scent for me. So it is not, even though it is loud at the beginning, and it's definitely a stronger scent, and masculine scent. It doesn't last too long throughout the day. 6 hours, 6.5 hours is probably all I'm gonna rate it at. And the projection at first is pretty big, but it dies down pretty quickly as it moves through the mid into the dry down. Now this fragrance is something that I would wear in the cold weather, which is great for right now. I would wear it in the evenings, maybe autumn, and I would stop wearing it once it gets into spring. Now this is a great powerful fragrance with some oud in it that's sort of in the background, and it is a tar-like oud. So I would be careful. I would not recommend wearing this one to a date. Not everybody likes oud or strong fragrances like that, so I would just be a little bit careful on a date. This fragrance commands a good amount of attention when you wear it. So I would think it's a CEO, if you're a boss of a company, one way or another, or self-employed. I would not wear this if you're working in an office with a bunch of other people and you're in close proximity, because it does command a good amount of attention, and it may be just a little bit too much. So I'm not going to rate this one as office friendly. However, if you're self-employed or the boss, CEO, etc., I think you can totally pull this off. It is definitely more of a made man's fragrance. So in conclusion, for Salvatore Ferragamo's Pour Homme Oud, I would say it's a really good crafted, niche quality fragrance. I think Jean-Pierre Marie created this one. It was also the creator for the original Pour Homme. It's a good buy if you buy it online, if you can find it. Someone just texted and said it was already sold out. But I think it is going to come into the American market. It's not on the shelves, but you might be able to get it at online buyers. I'm sure they're gonna restock it pretty soon. I would not blind buy this one by any means. I'm not asking you to blind buy this. It is for someone who likes the darker, smokier, tar-like ouds. It is definitely niche quality. It is a great scent, but it is not, I don't think it is beginner friendly at all. But it is a great scent for a boss. So my closing words for this fragrance, I kind of feel like Jean-Pierre Marie, the perfumer who also created the original from 1999, did a really great job adding oud and making it nice, saturated, and thick. It is a great scent for someone who has a little bit more of a developed nose, who likes the uniqueness of a darker, deeper scent with some oud in it. All in all, I think if you can find it online, you can get a good price. I'm not really sure exactly how much I paid for it, but it was, I believe, under $50. I bought a whole bunch of them all together, so I don't remember how much it was. But it was under $50, which I think is a great scent, because this is really nearing niche quality, and it's a great release from Salvatore Ferragamo. I hope you enjoyed my quick review of Salvatore Ferragamo's Pour Homme Oud 2019. I'm glad that you were here. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, I want you to take good care of yourself, always smell nice, and I'll talk to you soon. Until then, Centrail out.